Wow, I was not expecting that. Hello, survivors, and welcome to episode 23 of Ark News. I just want to say, what a great time to be playing Ark Survival Evolved. In today's episode, we go through all the reveals and news from the ExtraLife stream that happened over the weekend and discuss a little bit about the future of Ark Survival Evolved. So, without further ado, let's get started. Something I want to clear up right off the bat. Jesse, who is the co-executive or co-founder of Studio Wildcard, basically gave us an update on Ark 2 and the Ark animated series. He stated that they were not going to be doing any reveals for Ark 2 or Ark the animated series. Now, while many saw this as a huge negative, I see this as a massive positive and an absolute win for myself here on the channel. I stated that if they revealed anything for either, it would not be right, given their focus at the moment. I said they should have held off, and here we are, they did. Had they revealed more trailers, plus all the other reveals would have been so overshadowed by those trailers, so someone made a fantastic and positive choice. However, Jesse did share that both are currently hot in production at the moment, in particular with Ark 2. They are enjoying working with Vin Diesel and with the animated series. They are enjoying a great and very personal project which is close to their hearts, which is great to hear. Anyway, you don't want to hear me blabber on about that, you want to hear about all the reveals. So let's start with Lost Island. Lost Island now has a release date. Lost Island will be released on the 21st of December this year, again simultaneously on all platforms apart from mobile and Switch, of course. We also got more information about the three creatures coming to the map, starting with the Dino Pivicus. We'll have alpha abilities to rally packs, also a bleed ability, much like the Dinochis, yeah, that's the one, on other dinos. It will have enhanced jumping. You can use zip lines. They'll be excellent climbers and have the use of two different types of poop grenades. Poop Grenade Type 1 can disable tech weapons and tech armor, and Poop Grenade Type 2 is a normal explosive grenade. So that's exciting news there. The Amagosaurus can shoot spikes at will. You ride a side saddle, the first side saddle in Ark, rather than atop it. You have three types of spikes to choose from. The heat spikes, kind of obvious what they do, they set fire. Cold spikes, again, kind of obvious what they do. they'll freeze people, and the armor interfering spikes. These spikes are a little bit more technical. Apparently, if you have an Ascendant saddle, the armor interfering spikes will make the saddle be primitive, apparently. I don't understand how that works. There'll probably be more details at the closer to the time of the release and when the Amagosaurus, when people actually get their hands on it, so that sounds cool. The size of the Amagosaurus is comparable to the Diplodocus, or Diplo, and they are really good swimmers, so that's really cool. The last one we got to see was the Sinmacrops. It will be a non-perishable glider, and it can lift you off the ground depending on its stamina level. It can also be used as a backpack, which you can access very easily at the press of a button and seamlessly transfer items from yourself to the backpack. You can also scale off creatures depending on the size, much like the Parasaur, which is great to see. Gareth Cooker is a British composer well known for Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Halo Infinite, and the composer for all of the music of Ark Survival Evolved. He appeared for an interview with Jesse. He has been working on the music for Ark the Animated Series and, of course, Ark 2. And I'm just going to go through a little bit of what he was saying. I was making some quick notes. Obviously, I have watched all of the reveals around it. So he's been going back to his original music he made in 2015 for the animated series and has been re-energizing them for the show. The animated series has minute-by-minute music with the TV show. There is 7 hours of new music for the animated series, and there are musical Easter eggs, and obviously they did state there are normal Easter eggs as well. Because he knows the ending, he can work towards that, and particularly with Genesis Part 2, he was able to do that, and obviously Journey's End, that one. The Ark 2 theme had to be primal and bold, and obviously no synth. They have rearranged the original theme so many times it was difficult to find something new for Ark 2. And apparently that had the biggest brass section he has ever booked. Gareth Cooker wants the same musical consistency between Ark and Ark 2. He says it was unusual for the same composer of the video game to be the composer on the TV show for the game. Jesse said, in response to that, he would not have had it any other way. The main theme for Ark was his pitch for the project back in 2015. The other thing in his head was, do not make it sound like Jurassic Park. Oh, he mentioned that Overseer is one of his favourite tracks because it is so mad. I believe that's a reference to the fact that I believe Overseer is 120 beats per minute. There's a video on Ark Survival Evolved's channel. I'll put the link in the description where he talks about it, and I believe it is 120 beats per minute. If you haven't listened to the Overseer track, I suggest you listen to it outside of the boss fight. It is insane. I agree with him. Journey's End is an awesome track. He mentioned that. He mentioned a couple of other popular tracks at the moment because obviously he runs his Spotify. So King Titan is quite popular. The Aberration theme was another popular theme. And he talked a little bit about what they were aiming for with Aberration, and he said that was sort of their start of the sci-fi sound, which I thought was quite cool. He also mentioned the event music. He said he never thought of using the saxophone for the Ark theme, and he also mentioned that Fear Evolved is always popular. He mentioned there is a digital organ used in one of Rockwell's Garden tracks for Genesis Part 2, and that he would love to use a real one, but it is difficult to record, but he said never say never. He mentioned a bit about how he sort of starts and where he sort of sits down to focus, and he said his job is to tell the story. Focus is always on the player or the viewer. He uses different instruments in Ori and Ark. The instruments in Ori and Ark are different, but the process for him is the same, so he always wants to tell the story. They played some music from the animated series, which he teased for us, and I will play you that at the end of the episode. And the last thing, which I thought was quite funny, he will often check tracks on TV speakers and in cars to make sure they sound great when we listen to them. And he said that he only usually tests the landmark track or the boss fight theme, so I thought that was quite cool. So I thought that was quite an interesting interview. Obviously, I'm very passionate about the music of Ark. It's something that I enjoy listening to. It's something that I love and want to share. And there will be an Ark Highlights episode. Hopefully we'll get to that episode next year. where I'll share more about the music of Ark and, why it's also such an important part of the game as well as just the game. And of course, I have saved the best news till last. There is another free map coming to Ark Survival Evolved. Ark Fjodur. Ark Fjodur will be the next free map coming to Ark Survival Evolved on all platforms, again, apart from mobile and Switch. It will add 3 new creatures to the game. This map was made by the same creator as the Wildcard map. There are 4 islands on one map. There is an elaborate cave system. You can teleport to the 3 regions, Asgard, Jotunheim and Vanaheim. Although I'm really hoping that is via the Bifrost, which would be awesome. The map is very, very heavily Viking inspired. There's a massive underground ocean. The map is very close in size to Ragnarok. One of the creatures will be done via the creature vote. It is so awesome to have another creature vote. I believe the process for that has already started, so if you're looking to do a submission, head over to the website, get that submitted. If you're wanting to, I don't think they're going to get voting up yet because it's not coming till summer 2022, so that's good news. Although Wildcard did specify June 2022 for this map on the trailer, Cedric really did not want to give a specific date out, so I will be sticking with summer 2022 for this. I'm really super excited about this map. It looks fantastic. I loved Valguero, followed that progress on Twitter. I also follow Fjodur on Twitter, so this is a map I'm familiar with, I've seen before, and have seen lots about. It looks fantastic. I don't think I've been this excited about a map since Valguero, so this will be a map that I will be setting my server to when I can. So although I have said I'll be setting it to Lost Island, it will change again because Fjodur is going to be insane. So, and for me, that's the one. So they did also tease us with one of the creatures coming to Ark Fjodur, the Androsarchus, and yes, that is its name. It has an armoured saddle with a turret that the player rides in and can shoot 360 degrees and in any direction from. This looks awesome. I cannot wait for this. Finally, a tank on Ark. Yeah, if this is the sort of where we're going with Fjodur, it's going to be awesome. There's going to be so much coming now. It's just so cool to see that, they don't want to stop. So there is sort of one question you're probably all asking: what does Ark Fjodur mean for Ark 2? Well, in my opinion, I would be surprised if Ark 2 is releasing in spring of 2022. So sort of the early part of 2022. In my opinion, I can see it releasing in fall or winter of 2022. And again, I will mention that Wildcard is wanting to continue the support of both games. So content on Ark Survival Evolved will not end because of Ark 2's release. So please remember that, because it is so important. It is just something that Wildcard are pushing, is that both games are going to be out at the same time. Both games are going to have support, so please don't forget it. So that is everything from the ExtraLife stream. There wasn't a lot, but well done if you donated. They managed to raise $176,102, which is awesome, for children in hospitals. So please check out the next episode of Ark News, the Christmas special, where we go through everything of this year and look ahead to what is now a rather exciting 2022. Also remember that some content is taking a break for the Christmas period, so there will not be any Let's Play Arks or Ark Highlights episode, but make sure to keep an eye out for a very exciting project that I've been working on during the month of December. If you have any questions about anything in today's episode, or anything Ark related, then please comment below. Make sure to hit that notification bell, ding, to never miss a video. Make sure to subscribe for all the latest Ark news and content, and have a great day, survivors.